I'm about to ruin your uncle's favorite movie. Somebody lied, cause what the hell was Cooley High? I heard about Cooley High my entire life, and the only reason why I watched it is because I am doing a 100 Black Film Project. You can check it out, but the point is, it was a film that was made in like 1975. I'm thinking it's gonna be really beautiful, black boy joy, and no. I will say, if you happen to be black and male, yeah, that might have been the dream, but apparently some black men's dream is just about being able to avoid consequences and get away with disrespecting women. Yikes. This entire film, we are literally watching Chice and Preacher go around using women as obstacles, goalposts, guideposts, guardrails, and gatekeepers throughout various parts of the film. I'm gonna tell you. At the very beginning of the film, Preacher is literally shown concocting a plan to distract their female teacher for them to escape and cut class. And they do so successfully. They weave a plan, they go to the zoo, and then they go to like this like hot dog stand where Preacher once again has a plan concocted to distract the woman who is running the stand long enough for them to steal food and leave. At the beginning of the film, Chice and Preacher are literally having two women and they are trying to get them to sleep with them. In this process, Chice is very gentle, suave. He's kind of using his things to get what he wants, and the woman is going to go with him. Preacher, on the other hand, is more aggressive and basically trying to belittle this woman into getting to bed with him. And when the woman resists, he gets frustrated and is shown literally pushing her and pulling her out the door because he's mad he didn't get the sex that he wanted. Now, throughout this film, Chice is a little more suave with his misogyny, a little more coy with his patriarchy, but at the end of the day, it was still giving, I want women to give me what I want at any expense. On the surface, this may look like a little good jolly old boy film of teenagers just being kids, but the problem is there are several points where it is very clear that Chice and Preacher are very strategic on who they try to play and who they get around with accountability. The film wants us to laugh and smile with the characters and believe that these boys are too young for accountability,
Your face is mine.
but also powerful and strong enough to override women at any cost. Every time a woman is shown in this film, the woman is being used as a prop in some way, shape, or form. The woman at the door, who is supposed to be gatekeeping whether or not they get into the party, who is then basically distracted by another boy later, and they sneak past her. Another part of the film, the main character, Preacher, is literally gambling in the hall and is trying to hide away from the person who happens to be a woman who owns the facility, only to then need her support to escape some local roughnecks that are trying to punish him for a crime that he helped commit. Another point of the film, Preacher is turning on his charm and reading poetry to this one woman, gets her into bed, and then admits that it was a bet in the first place, once again showing how women are being used as plot developments and literal props in the film, and confused as to why she is so angry with him. In this film are used as obstacles to overcome, not as partners to co-create. And by the end of the film, which is a whole nother beast in of itself, the only woman that actually gets their story told is the one woman that actually gave Preacher what he wanted. And even her story ends revolving around relationships and very little around her actual character development as a person. What bothers me isn't so much that Chice and Preacher are flawed. That's normal. Okay, there's going to be a little bit of a problematic nature in characters. Got it. What the issue is this film asks us to focus on their character development while ignoring them using women as props, as jokes, and obstacles, and call it black boy joy. Throughout the film, women's boundaries are repeatedly disrespected, and women are treated almost as feeble-minded people to conquer. Even in the party scene, where the woman is directly saying, hey, my mom said we can't do X, the lights need to stay on. And the man decides that he's just going to kiss her and turn the lights off anyway. She says, don't fight, they fight.
Cooley, mama, come on now.
Cooley my ass, they ain't fighting in my house, any fighting. This is my last part. Take it out fast.
He says they gotta pay, they don't. And it's just repeatedly ignored, and there's no reckoning moment for this. Of course, most people will see this and think that I am just trying to bash people and I am anti-black men having a good time. But the thing that I find interesting throughout this entire film is the way it ends. At the end of the film, Chice passes away after an encounter with the two hoodlums that they were running from. Preacher does go off to become some writer, and the others become like factory workers and all of that. But what I find interesting is that even in the most ideal film of people getting to ignore accountability and skate by, they don't escape the realities of their environment. The film ends up quietly revealing that indulgence without responsibility isn't protection, it's just delay. Because as they are skating and running and jumping and laughing and joking throughout the entire film, the quiet one, the talented one, the one that tends to be the least cruel, is still the one who ends up paying a cost for all of their accountability that they decided to skirt off. It points out to me that even in a supposed black joy film, nobody's safe. The women aren't safe, the men aren't safe, Chice isn't safe. They are delayed in who gets harmed first, not who gets to escape harm at all.